Yo, what's up, Max here, and in this video we'll be talking about how to win every single battle against your competition as an online coach, online consultant, online service provider, but also even as an online freelancer, because the fact is there's a lot of people out there who try to make it. There's a lot of competition going on, and only a few selected make the money, become successful, and actually enable themselves to live freely. So if you like money, if you like success, if you really want to make it, pay attention right now. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it very, very simple. I'm gonna draw two lines here. On the left line here, you're gonna have the people who never really make anything happen. They're full of BS excuses. On the right side here, right line, these are the people who are taking action, but they're completely taking the wrong action and eventually always lose. And you wanna be here in the golden middle, okay? I'm gonna keep it very, very simple, and I'm gonna give you an exact structure that you need to adhere to in order to be in the golden middle and actually own your competition, win every single battle. It's very simple stuff. Number one, most people never start, all right? They're on the left side here. Why? Because they're waiting for everything to be perfect, okay? You gotta understand that false perfection, all right? For everything to be perfect. That false perfection keeps most people from ever taking action. Look at my handwriting, it looks very, very stupid. Who cares, okay? I didn't wait for this video to shoot until my writing would look better. Who cares, okay? You can't ever be perfect, okay? What does that mean, waiting for everything to be perfect? Well, people think they need to have a degree in order to make it as an online coach, online service provider, okay? They need a college degree. They think they need a certificate. They think they need a degree. They think they need to be a 10 out of 10 expert, all right? You don't need to be an absolute expert if you want to become an online coach, online service provider, freelancer. Not at all. All you really need to be is to be 2 to 3 steps ahead of the average person. That is really it. It really is that simple. And what else do people think? What else, other excuses do they have? They think they have a job right now and it doesn't give them enough time to take action. Really, if you have the proper structure, if you adhere to this, what I'm going to be sharing with you later on, you can do everything on the side. We have clients having cracked $10,000 income a month, and they have done that next to their job. Again, it all is about that golden middle here, all right? Let's see, look at my notes if there's anything else. No, so these are usually the biggest excuses that keep people from taking action. Obviously, there's time. I kind of mentioned it before. I'm not having enough time. I want to give it my 100% focus. What else? The time is just not right, okay? So here's the thing. The time is never going to be 100% right, okay? It's never going to be like that. You're going to wake up and, the birds are chirping and it's not hot in your office and everything is fine and the AC works perfectly and you're just going to feel ready for everything. It's never going to happen, okay? All the things I've done in my life, every single world tour, every single speech I've given in front of hundreds of people, thousands of people, every single program I've launched, every single sale I've done, I wasn't ever fully ready. Never. I was never fully ready, because ready is not a feeling that you have and you're like, I'm fully ready now. No, it's just something you do. By doing, you're gonna be ready. You gotta understand that. Now, let's talk about the right side here. This is the overachievers, the overly motivated people who approach this whole issue of becoming an online coach, an online service provider, freelancer from the wrong angle. And kudos to you. I tip my fedora for taking action and for having the willingness to work, but you're still doing a lot of things wrong. And you do not want to be on that side here, all right? You gotta understand that. So what do most people do here? I can really summarize that with busy work, okay? They are busy. They keep themselves busy by doing a lot of things that are not required to start, all right? For example, they're building a brand, all right? Building a brand. I have a brand, a relatively small brand. I used to have a second big brand for my first business, the dating advice business. And, having a brand is great and it can definitely help, but don't start with that, because a brand is not going to be monetizable unless you learn how to monetize it in here in the golden middle. So a lot of people reach out to me and they say, there's nothing new. You've heard me probably talk about this before. They say like, oh, I've been creating my YouTube channel and a podcast and a forum and whatnot, and they've been creating content for months without ever making a single dime. Content creating, right? Because again, like they think they need to have a brand, they need to be the next Gary Vee, the next Grant Cardone, whoever the hell you know. It's crazy. So you don't need any of that. If you want to make 10K a month to start, you don't need any of this. Okay, you don't. It really is that simple. You know, they start a funnel, right? Like email capture, and they want to build an email list. And what else? Some people want to write a book to gain authority, you know. They do everything to gain authority to look cool. They haven't even made a single goddamn dollar, but hey, thank God you have a 200,000 subscriber YouTube with a bunch of broke people that are never going to buy from you, okay? Sorry. Shots fired at all the people who have a YouTube channel that doesn't convert. So all this basically doesn't result in sales, all right? No sales. Later on, it can help you. Later on, absolutely amazing brand, hell yeah, funnel, email list, content creating, absolutely, but not to start out. All this is just busy work, all right? There's a bunch of people doing busy work because they're scared of starting to sell something. And they're basically keeping themselves busy, and they pat themselves on the shoulder. Hey, today I worked a lot on my fictitious business that hasn't resulted in any money for me yet, but thank God I was working on that a lot. Instead, I want to tell you what you got to do. Follow this simple structure, all right? Structure. All you got to do is do these things. Number one, positioning, all right? Position yourself in a niche, all right? In a specific niche. Please don't ever think about you want to be the expert for everything. I want to be the nutrition expert for everybody. No. Niche it down to a specific target audience that you can serve very, very well. Now, I'm going to give you an example because so many people think like, oh, but the more people I can help, the better. No, not at all. Imagine you have something with your heart, okay? You have arrhythmia at your heart. Where do you go to? Do you go to a dentist? Well, a dentist is actually also a doctor. In fact, a dentist has spent several years in medical university, just like a heart surgeon, a heart specialist, right? But you don't go to the dentist because the dentist is specialized on teeth, all right? No, you go to the heart specialist, right? And you know that that heart specialist can fix your exact problem because they have specialized in that, right? That is why when you say like, oh, I'm the fitness expert for everybody, if I have a lot of money, and I'm exactly someone that would give you a lot of money, because for me it's a big problem to stay fit, I would not go to the general expert. No, I would go to the person that has specialized in me. In the target audience of people that are having the same profession as me, the same maybe gender, the same age roughly, and so on and so forth. So you want to hyper specialize in a niche market. And then obviously, and again, like, you've heard me say this before, but I keep saying it because it's important. Get to know your target audience. Get to know your target audience. But Max, you're repeating yourself. Yeah, I'm repeating myself because these are the basics, and most people are literally failing on these very, very simple basics. Instead, they go down here this route because thank God I'm a fancy internet marketer and I know what a goddamn funnel is, but they completely miss out on that. And all those funnel things, email lists, content creating, building a brand doesn't help you BS unless you know your target audience and unless you've positioned yourself properly. Why do I know that? Because most of my clients that are making 4 to 5 figures a month, they are completely unknown. Nobody knows who the hell they are. They ain't got no website, ain't got no funnel, no email list, no content creating, none of that. Yet they're able to make 4 to 5 figures a month, while all these schmucks doing this, or God beware, even this, are making 0. Because they're adhering to these very, very simple rules, all right? What else do we know here? Get to know your target audience. Oh, and of course, learn the basics of sales and marketing, all right? Learn the basics of, and I'm going to tell you exactly what usually happens, sales and marketing. I very strongly believe that these people here, they're scared of this. Okay, I'm literally gonna write scared here, all right? They're scared of sales and marketing. They're scared to go for the close. They just wanna be the, oh, I'm helping everybody. I'm a nice person, right? I'm building up a great brand until sales randomly come in. And because they're deep down inside very scared of that, they keep themselves busy with building stuff and building stuff and building stuff until they feel ready, which is also over here, all right? Until they feel ready for selling. here's the thing. You're never going to be feeling ready for selling at all. You just got to do it. How? By knowing the basics of sales and marketing. Really is that simple. And and then of course, what you do by knowing that is you get your first clients, okay? How do you get your clients? Automatically via Facebook ads, where you have to throw a bunch of money to the Facebook machine so it burns all your money by creating YouTube content, blah, blah, blah. No, none of that. You create clients manually. How do you create clients manually? You follow a certain procedure, you follow a certain script. Those are exactly things that we teach our clients so they can generate clients manually. They can get to their first 10K a month without having any of this, by just knowing how to get clients manually. And then obviously, I mentioned it before, get to 10K a month, all right? Yes. Get to 10K a month. What do I mean by 10K dollars or euros? Get to that, and from there you can go. All right, you can go into automation, building a brand, etc. I'm going to talk more about this in a second. Now, what you got to realize is 10K a month is really not bad. Some of you might watch this and they're like, oh, 10K a month is not so much. Absolutely, it's not so much. But to start out, absolutely. To make 10K as a freelancer, online coach, online service provider, on your own, without having to rely on a team, while at the same time being completely free, time independent, location independent, being able to travel the world on 10K, hell yeah, I'd take that anytime over a boring 9-to-5 job, over whatever other responsibilities you might have. 10K a month to start out, absolutely amazing. And no, you don't need a YouTube, you don't need a funnel, you don't need an email list, you don't need a website, none of that stuff, okay? And once you make your 10K a month, what you can do is you can scale, okay? What do I mean by scale? You can create a product, all right? You can create a product. This is also something that many people do wrong here on the right side. I want to mention that they create a product. They create this wonderful info product, all right, that they're working on for weeks and months that at the end of the day, nobody wants to buy. Why? Because they don't know, where is it? Their target audience. So they're creating something that they think is amazing. I tip my fedora. You create something that you want to buy, but very, very often, I would say in around 90% of the cases, literally, I've seen it myself, 90% of the cases, they fail. They don't hit the market 100%. Okay, I created several info products in my first business, in the dating advice business, but only after years of researching my target audience, years of one-on-one coaching with clients, because then I knew exactly what they wanted. And I basically had my clients create the program for me, because I just like, okay, what is 90% of what my clients are struggling with, and how did I help them? Well, let's put that into an info product, okay? So you can create an info product once you're getting clients, okay? What you can then do is you can create a small niche brand, all right? Create a small niche brand. And then, niche brand. And then here's the crazy thing. If you want to, you can create a big brand around that. If you want to. Some people don't even want that, all right? Some people are like, yo, I'm happy with making my 10, 20, 30, 50K a month. And some people do want to create a big brand and dominate the market. What does that entail? So again, you're scaling a lot of that after getting your first clients. You're scaling a small niche brand. You create a product. You have to be involved less and less in the actual coaching process. You can hire people, all right? You can hire staff that do 99% of the work. Most of our clients that are getting into this realm beyond the 10K a month, they remove themselves more and more from actually being involved in the business. They're working on the business and much less in the business. So they remove themselves more and more, gaining more and more freedom while at the same time making more and more money. It really is a great concept if you ask me. So yeah, this is basically it. And I wanted to mention one more thing. There's huge automation potential in online coaching, in online service providing, and also in freelancing, if and only if you do it right. So again, avoid all these things. Don't be that schmuck. Avoid all these things. Please don't be that schmuck. I've tipped my fedora if you want to take action, but don't take the wrong action, because if you're on this side over here, it's like you're steering a boat, and you know, like a rudder boat, and you're ruddering because you want to get to the magic islands where there's all the pretty girls and all the what is that honey wine that they drink, mead, you know? I don't know what your dreams are. And they're ruddering, and they're like, I'm ruddering, I'm busy, I'm taking action, but they're ruddering in the complete opposite direction. So you're actually doing more harm than good. Instead, get a compass, all right? Get a captain that has sailed or ruddered that way back and forth already. Don't waste your time, don't waste your money, don't waste your energy, and stay in this wonderful, very poorly written handwriting golden middle. that is what you got to do. So when you say you're ready, when you say, I want to stay in here and I want to forget about all this other schmuck stuff on these sides, I got something pretty cool for you. You can literally jump on a free consultation call. You can jump on a free consultation call either with me personally or with an expert from my team. And what we do on that consultation call is we'll basically be working hand in hand together with you. We'll be looking at your current situation. We'll be looking at your goals, and we'll be telling you the exact steps that you have to take in order to get where you want, okay? All you have to do in order to get to that free consultation call is click that link down in the description below, or the link that appears somewhere right now. That link brings you to a page, read what's on the page, and then at the bottom of that page, you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. There's a little application you fill out, and then you can book the exact date and time. That call is entirely for free, even if it's an international call. Don't worry about that. There's no hidden costs in that. And yeah, that is really it. So if you already have a skill that you're good at, you want to monetize it, give us a call. If you're already making money, but you want to make it legit, you want to scale it up beyond 10K a month, 20K, 30K, 100K, give us a call as well. But also, and I really always want to mention that, if you don't have 100% certainty yet what it is that you want to do, give us a call nonetheless, because we can analyze your strengths and we can see what exact model fits for you. Yeah, like I said, click that link down in the description below. If the link still works, it means we have spots open. Usually these links fill up fairly goddamn fast. You want to be fast when it comes to that. You want to be taking action, and you don't want to be on that side over there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. We're going to go shoot some guns now to own our competition, to win some battles. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you soon. GG.